Well, Paul lines up on the outside of the third run. Look who he's got around him. Chris Tossolini, twice the American champion, leads off in pole from the former European champion Timo Lehno in second. Then the Japanese driver Atsushi Hara in third. Reinhardt, Cyril Lemieux, Dumas, Groskamp, Baker and Wilk making up the 10. No Andy Moore. He crashed whilst on his fastest qualifying run. So waiting for the starters' orders, and there they go. Terrific start from pole position from Tossolini. There's a nightmare behind them, and that looks like Reinhardt, who's come off worse. Hara's car being picked up by the world champ Andy Moore there. Through at the end of the first lap. There's Hara's car. Oh, it's out. Hara is out. That's a disaster for the Japanese driver. Well, what happened at that first corner? Let's go back and have another look. Well, there's the leader. Tossolini gets a great start. And Leno's gone wide and gets clipped by Hara. Then Cruel's involved. Poor Mark Reinhardt's facing the wrong direction. Hara's car's too badly damaged to continue. And that's left Chris Tossolini way out in the lead on the Corelli. Leno, Cruel and Dumas are the next up. Oh no, there's been a change of position there because that's Dumas and Cruel getting together. And that's let Wilkes and Lemieux through as well. And it looks like Cruel's car out of shot. He's not moving now. So this is the battle for third place. Oh, and Wilkes made a mistake. He's got all the way up from 10th to third. And Paul Lemieux goes through into a new third place. Now, can he do anything about Leno and Tossolini ahead? He's got to try and settle down after what's really been a rather disorganised and messy opening 3 or 4 laps to this modified foam sedan A final. So third, fourth, fifth going through there. Look at the speed that these foam tyre cars are able to carry through the corners. Drivers telling us that somewhere in the region of 10 times the grip of the normal rubber tyres, and it does take some getting used to. Oh, and a little mistake there by Dumas, but he doesn't lose 6th position, holds on to it. The leader's going through there as well, and in fact the lead has been closed down. Remember, Chris Tossolini, the American, had a huge lead at the end of the first lap. But Timo Lehno has recovered well after being punted by Hara into the first corner. And look, he's closing him down. Definitely closing him down now. Sliding the car around as well. This carpet surface, more used here in America. And certainly the Americans seem to be more proficient on it. Tossolini goes through. There's Lehno in second place. Then look at this battle still for the minor positions. That's they're almost a lap down now, aren't they, as we're trying to pick up the leaders there. That's Lemieux in third, it was at least, Lemieux in third. Then Wilke and Baker in fourth and fifth. Back to the leaders, across the line they go. And certainly the Finn on the X-ray, the former European champion, closing down the leader Chris Tossolini here in Las Vegas. And very soon I think we're going to have a little bit of a challenge for the lead. Look at this, and there's back markers as well. Good driving though, kept them out the way. I think that was Mark Reinhardt's car that we saw briefly by the feet of one of the marshals. So Mark is out of it in that first lap skirmish. But this is the battle for the lead. And just look at how much speed the cars can take into the tight corners here. Round into the 180 that they're calling Casino Bend here. The far end of the circuit from us. There's going to be traffic as well soon, and this could be the chance that the Finn needs. Starting to put pressure on the leader, has a little look up the inside there, but the challenge was to be part of the leader's made a mistake, and through goes Leno. Well, there's the contact to the right-hand side, but how did it start? Look, a little clip there on the left-hand wall, and that just puts the car out of shape for Chris, and he's out of shape again. Well, I wonder if he's just used up the additive on the foam tyres. The darker patches on the carpet is showing the racing line, and there on the grid you can see where people spin up the wheels. And I think that Chris Tossolini is just struggling, as is Timo Lehno, who the leader there, getting caught up in back markers, and that's giving him a little bit of grief. And look, the gaps come down now, so the Finn has to now get his head back together. Can't drive too hard through here. The temptation always to try and make it up in 2 corners or so, and look at this behind him. This is all getting a bit do or die here in the closing stages. But Lehno is just now settling down. This is much better. Across the line, the leader. There's the second place driver, Tossolini. He must be kicking himself. Twice a US champion on the Corelli, and he really threw that one away early on. Now looking down the field to third position, it's Paul Lemieux. Fourth is Baker. Fifth is Groskamp, and the only other car still running is Dumas in sixth position. typical of these form races to see a lot of attrition. The barriers are screwed into the floor and they don't move. And of course, with these form tyres, the huge speeds that are being carried, as we're seeing here, if you do make a mistake, you don't bounce, you break. Now let's pick up the leader again. There he is, coming out of that final corner. Can't believe just how much speed they really do take through here. The lateral G is very impressive. The flashbulbs are going off now as Andy Moore still doing a little bit of marshalling on the infield. There he is in the red t-shirt. Yes, it's coming towards the end of the race now, and the journalists are getting the pictures. These are the ones that will be in the magazines. And there across the line goes the Finn, Timo Leino, to take the victory against the Americans on their home turf. A tremendous drive by Timo Leino after that first lap shunt. He fought back, didn't he? In second position was the early leader, Chris Tossolini. Up into third, Paul Lemieux, another one of the Americans, two of them on the podium. Fourth, Gilles Groskamp from the Netherlands. Fifth, another American, Mike Dumas. And sixth, and the last car running, the ever-versatile Barry Baker. He's already taken 3 different championships in the US this year. No more finishes after that, I'm afraid. Now, let's hear from the man who took it all, Timo Leino.
Timo, fantastic. A win with foam tyres in the Americans' backyard.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I hope I could do well in the foam class, and I did, so I'm very happy.
It was a great race. I mean, it was a couple of little mistakes, and Chris got away, and then you managed to catch him up and then just pressurise him.
Yeah, I had a horrible first lap, and I knew my car is not very good on the first lap, but I was lucky that I didn't get hit in the first corner. So.
Are the cars very different to foam and rubber?
Yeah, very different. The foam is really hard. You can see that each foam heat there is like maybe 5 cars always finish. It's so hard to drive.
Timo, well done.
Thank you.
Well, that's all for this month, but the rest